So given that this actually involves some hard work, right, that this constant learning it doesn't just automatically happen, we haven't really addressed benefits yet. What are the benefits for leaders diving into this and trying to design the better organization?
Well, I think the first tangible benefit is you have fewer fires to put out. So often we spend much of our executive time putting out fires, working issues between those silos that got mucked up because we don't have a well-oiled process or culture to facilitate that work between the different ones. This happens both in one-off projects and it happens in repeatable processes for service delivery, is that we do these handoffs. And so the first thing is we have fewer fires to put out. And once we start having fewer fires to put out, it frees up a little bit of our time. One of the things we have to let go of is our feeling of contribution and importance because we're good at putting fires out. And if you've made a lot of people make careers out of putting fires out, and that's how they get promoted because they've saved the day so many times, right? We often have heroes in our organizations that are firefighters,
right?
And they're heroes because they are firefighters. And you have to make some sort of switch to where we stop rewarding firefighters and we start rewarding fire prevention. And so I think the first benefit that's real and tangible is you start putting out fewer fires, and that frees up some time for whatever you want, whether it's product development or strategy or doing more improvement. Either way, you start freeing up some time, and that's pretty important because you do have to carve out some time. And in the beginning, you got to carve out time and prioritize this. The second thing is you start creating, getting rid of boom bust scenarios, right? So all too often, part of our organization will come up with a really cool idea or product, and marketing will be doing a great job, and they'll get a lot of people excited about it. We get a lot of pre-orders, and we maybe even get a lot of initial sales. And then all of a sudden we find out that we can't make it at the quality we thought we could. And our service with people, the problems, because we have quality issues, we have a lot of service calls and we have a lousy service process, and we don't deliver. And so all of a sudden we did really good at part of the value chain and really poorly at the other, and our results and our sales start coming back down. And so we end up with these boom bust scenarios. And it's obvious in the sales one, but there also happens in almost all results. We'll do something to make the result change for a short period of time, but then it comes back to whatever it was before. And so the other benefit is these changes result in more sustainable changes. So, because when we change the design of things, or when we change the way we do things, and we change that influences what the people see and hear in the organization. And it influences then what they think and how they feel about those things, which influences their behavior. And so if you're going back and changing the root cause of the behavior, which is the design and the artifacts and the leadership that combines with that. And so we've been talking a lot about design, but hand in hand with design is leadership every day, all day, right? And so it's not like you can design it, leave it alone, and it'll do the job for you. I wish it was that way. It's not like residual income or things like that, where you can create something and go to sleep. You actually create it, but then you have to lead it all the time. And so the combination of good leadership and good design creates different behaviors in people. And so the changes have a greater ability to stick. And the results, consequently, we get results that are more sustainable, and we don't get these boom bust type scenarios. So that's probably benefit number two. And really the last benefit is related to sustainability as well, in that if you're taking from one group to serve another, you can only do that so long. Sometimes we can do it for years, and so we don't really recognize it as an issue, but eventually that system will correct in part. And so it gives us also high performance that's a long-term sustainability. So it's an economic engine that hopefully we'll be happy to be part of, and maybe even help fund our retirement and still be there when we're retiring.